Hi guys, so the other review I'm doing today is Silky Woods Elixir by Goldfield and Banks. So this was launched towards the end of last year, and I was supposed to do a review in December last year, but obviously I didn't get around to doing it. We did make notes though, and I am doing the video now. So this fragrance was actually created by the wonderful Olivia Cresp, and this sample is all thanks to my very good friend Olga from Perfume Walks London, who sent me this sample, and I'm very grateful because I wouldn't have got around to smelling it otherwise. So the top notes in Silky Woods Elixir is saffron and fig. You've got middle notes of praline, rose, Peru balm and orris, and then you've got base notes of Australian oud, which is interesting because I don't know actually what that smells like. You've got gaiac wood, vanilla musk, oak musk, oud asafi, cypriol and wood and leather. The opening of the Silky Woods Elixir is very unique. Like, my kids didn't like it at all and also felt that it projected a lot for a scent that they didn't like. The initial scent feels like a green root balsamic scent, which I think is a combination of the fig and the orris. I wasn't getting any saffron at first, but I did start getting some light hints of it after about 20 minutes, and that definitely toned down that green root smell. And at this point I was also getting some rose, so I think it's like that green rooty smell that my kids didn't really like, and that's what I mean by it being very unique and also very different to the original Silky Woods. So after about half an hour on my skin, it starts to become more earthy, powdery, and that vanilla starts to pop out. Still has hints of those green rooty vibes though. After about an hour then, it does dry down to a creamy, woody, powdery vanilla scent, but I felt it was quite light on my skin and on my clothes. It gave off like a warm vibe, and it didn't feel like too much vanilla or too woody or too powdery. So the balance was almost perfect, but I personally think I would have preferred it more if it was more noticeable. That's of course my experience, and everyone's skin chemistry is very different. So whilst it didn't last that long on my skin, that doesn't mean that it's not going to last any longer on your skin. It's definitely worth a try. So on the blotter though, this opens quite differently. Like, the saffron and the fig are more noticeable on a blotter and instantly as compared to on my skin. So I definitely think that's very important to know, because when you go into a store, a lot of the time they give you the scent to smell on a blotter, and that can be very misleading. That green root smell is also very light on a blotter as compared to what it was on my skin. Honestly, I was more attracted to the initial scent on the blotter as opposed to what it was on my skin. After about 3 hours on the blotter, you still get like the orris, but it does appear creamy, musky, vanilla with hints of saffron, coming across quite attractive. Also felt a lot smoother than it did on my skin. Also get the rose a lot more on the blotter, which I didn't detect on my skin that much. Overall, the experience was different on the blotter and on skin, which is expected, and this is proof that you must absolutely test on your skin. I wasn't really attracted to what I got on my skin, but I liked what I smelled on the blotter. As I said, that's just my personal opinion, so I definitely recommend that you try this out if you're interested. There's a huge chance that your experience will be different because different notes come out differently on different people's skin. So just remember that everyone's experience is different when it comes to fragrances. I personally prefer the original Silky Woods, which is a beautiful, creamy, vanilla, lightly woody, lightly musky scent. That one performed better on my skin actually. The Elixir is a different type of scent to the original. There are some similarities, but that green root smell kind of makes it different and unique, I would say. So there's one thing I forgot to mention, which I'm kind of adding in now, but Australian oud, this is the first time I've come across Australian oud in perfumery. I don't know what it smells like, so it's not possible for me to say, yes, this fragrance has Australian oud. In fact, if I watched a review on this and somebody said that, yeah, this fragrance has Australian oud, and then they didn't expand on it, I would be like, seriously, what are you talking about? Because, as I said, it's not a common note in perfumery. I personally haven't heard of it before. But the thing is though is that I know Goldfield and Banks have been having like lots of events on this fragrance in different countries, and they're probably expanding on what Australian oud is in those events and explaining like what it's supposed to smell like. If you have been to one of those events or you are going to one of those events in the next couple of months, then definitely let me know in the comments box below what Australian oud is supposed to smell like, because that's for my knowledge as well. See, it's not one of the commonly known ouds that we have in the fragrance industry, so there might be a lot of people that don't know what it smells like. So it would definitely be beneficial for all of us to understand and learn more about this type of note. Yeah, for me personally, that's definitely something new for me, and I definitely can't say that I can smell Australian oud in this fragrance because I don't know what it smells like. I wouldn't be surprised though if Australian oud comes across, it was supposed to come across like a little bit woody, because as I said, I get those woody notes from the fragrance and the dry down of this perfume. Yeah, if you know what Australian oud smells like, or you've gone to any of the Goldfield and Banks events for this particular fragrance and they've mentioned it there, then definitely let us all know in the comments box below so that we can all expand our knowledge on that particular note. Is a Silky Woods Elixir by Goldfield and Banks. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comments box below. And I definitely also want to hear like how your experience has been with the Elixir and also with the original, which one you preferred and what you like, just how you compared the two. Let me know in the comments box below, and I'll see you guys soon.